Yo, it's about to get real spicy. It's about to get real spicy. You know what? It's about to get real spicy up in here. Talking about burn. I mean, see, when you know what's up, and you've been the one doing it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you the one with the page getting knocked. You know what I'm saying? Even though, not to lie, they've been knocking a lot of us lately. Excuse me. So I'm not even gonna say that. I ain't special. But how did they lock you out of your page? Did you get locked out like they informed you? Or did you just get locked out one day? In the middle of a day, actually. This whole page turned it bang. I wonder. So everybody's on the internet right now. It's a big thing going on. At least they're trying to make it a big thing. But what they don't get is, for one, this shit's been out. Enough of that. Shit's been out, but it's just nobody's being honest with themselves and fair with who they're getting this from. Because this wasn't their conversation. Nobody had this conversation. Nobody was talking about this. They weren't talking about this at all. Everybody was, just we're not African, or they were, you are African, and that was the end of it. You know what I'm saying? And remember, everybody's clout chasing. That's what all these people are doing. None of these people really care about the people. They just want attention. That's all they want. But it's getting bad because at the end of the day, the people are lost in their own self. They don't realize there's a mission here. You know what I mean? Even if you want to play it with a book or a few things, it doesn't have to be a religion. Maybe, you got another thing that you're doing. Maybe you have another way that you're looking at stuff. Whatever the case may be. What I need you guys to understand is there's a reason that this Indian talk is going on around the black neighborhood, or at least on, the Ethernet. It's being shared a lot more. There's a reason for this. And I just want my folks to realize something at the end of the day. It was cool. It was cool, yo. It was cool, yo. It was cool when you didn't know nothing. But everybody needs to hear this because it involves all of you. It involves whether you're, Pan-African, or if, you're in your own science, or say you bringing something new to the table. Say you got some new mastery that you've created. It's for everybody. Because all of us need to get the whole point. I'm doing something real quick, but it's like all of us need to get the whole point that there was a lot of lying that went on. There was a lot of lying that went on. Okay. So now, what you should do if a DNA test suggests you're Native American. There are sensitive, inappropriate ways. Appropriate ways to explore your Native American ancestry. All right, now that's just a cover face. A lot of y'all, before I even get there, a lot of y'all let this story slip past you because you were on the mission that the spellcasters wanted you on, which was hating Donald Trump. They didn't want you liking Donald Trump. So everything that was going on was pretty much Democratic based. So that's what you were doing. I'm not saying that, you're an enemy or anything like that. No, I'm saying this is how spellcasting works. You're not going to realize what you're doing. So this story slipped right under your nose. But in this story, maybe you might remember, Trump saying, Pocahontas, talking about this senator, Lindsey Warren, I think that's her name, or Warren, something like that. She's from Massachusetts, but she had claimed to have Indian ancestry. Now, everybody can clearly see this is a white woman. And this is also a problem with white people not claiming to be white. You can't do that. Stop telling people on earth that you're mixed with them. We don't want to hear it. We want to know, what type of white are you? Irish, Scottish, Dutch, Anglo, Saxon. You know, what are you? Vandal. You know what I'm saying? What are you? You know what I mean? Because if a black person walks up to you pitch black and they say they mix with Russian, you're not gonna give a fuck. You're gonna call them black person. So that's how we gonna keep it. But the only person who barked at her was Donald Trump. He's the only person who spoke on it. So in that sense, he really was like more of an enemy to the sense of them, because they're like, well, why was he talking about it? He's a racist, even though that's not true. But then in the other sense, you guys got to understand, Trump was in court in the 90s about casinos, and he was talking about mafia and how they were laundering money through this particular casino. I forgot where it was. But he's saying when he went there and he's seen the people there, he was like, he's in the indigenous forum in our conversation. He's famous for a line, and he said, they don't look like Indians to me. You know what I'm saying? And from there, everything kind of fell downhill, because it's like, how are these people subjugated for their land? They've been killed, abused, all this shit. But then at the same time, they will be doing mafia deals, bringing poison in. They arguing with the white dude. My land, my people, like, you poisoned us, you gave us fire water. It doesn't add up. It doesn't go both ways. Then here's another weird thing. Why, at the end of the day, are Indians that you're calling real chiefs, like Sitting Bull and all that, why are they performing in the circus? You cannot tell me a true chief, a true warrior that got his land took is going to subjugate himself to a character in a show about getting your land took again, or riding on a horse in circles, acting like you fake killing the white dude. You know what I'm saying? They used to reenact Custard and all that different stuff. So they're reenacting a real Indian woman rapist. And you're telling me that these chiefs, these real chiefs, wink, wink, they're going to play this game with you. You can't even get black people to do that. You can't get them to like the actors, the sellouts, the fucking, boule and stuff. But you can't ask no average black person on the street to play the role of, letting a white dude rape, a black woman in front of them. And come on, man. Like, come on, man. It's not going to happen. So pressing forward. Before we get started on her, let's peep something. Tribal identity or membership to the many Native American tribes isn't determined by your DNA. Instead, it is determined by the Sovereign Tribal Council based on your participation in and contributes to Native American culture. A DNA test will not make you a member of any federal recognized Native American tribe. Now, why is that? Hold up, we getting hot. It's getting hot. Remember, Trump's talking about mafia. This sounds like some mafia shit, because you don't even have to be the blood. It's by the work you put in that you can be a part of these tribes. So who's to say any of them have the blood? But now we got to go even deeper. That blood can't be tested, and there's a reason for it. See, when black people, the 23andMe and all that shit, the ancestry, when they keep talking about this African stuff, it's funny to me, because I'm like, well, we're saying that we're Indian. We've always been here. They're saying that all your blood is directed straight to Africa. but I'm gonna prove that you can't even test that blood. So why would they have the test created here? This is America. This is where the DNA testing comes from. The smartest people on earth. OJ trial, all that stuff. Why would it not be able to test the blood of the people of the land that they're fucking on? That makes no sense. Y'all abstracting DNA from the mummies in Egypt, but you can't abstract any from the mummies in America. But we know there's American mummies. So once again, why can't they test his blood? People are like, what do you mean you can't test his blood? Well, you can't argue the tribes because it just shows you that they don't even do DNA testing. Remember, the tribes have been, created hundreds of years ago. Then at the same time, when it comes to the changing of the name, that was in the 60s. And they just got the casinos in 79. So it's by the work you put in that you're a part of the tribe. It's not even DNA. So let's go to this lady. Elizabeth Warren announced that she took a DNA test to prove she has a Native American ancestor, likely inspired countless people to pursue genetic testing to investigate their own family lore. Yet there's a reason why the Democratic senator's declaration was met with harsh criticism, including from a Cherokee Native Secretary of State, Chuck Hochskin Jr., who said Warren was undermining tribal interests with her continued claims of tribal heritage. Hold up. Indeed, there are sensitive, appropriate ways to talk about potentially having Native American ancestors. The Massachusetts lawmaker actually got it right when she made the critical distinction that an ancestral link is not the equivalent of belonging to a Native American community or culture, nor should it entitle people far removed from an ancestor to seek or claim tribal status. But that's just the beginning. If someone is compelled to explore their Native American family ties, they need to understand what DNA tests can tell them. Be clear about what's driving their quest and consider becoming an ally of an advocate for Native American tribes and communities. Now, look at these white people they show. Now, they just barked at her. Oh, never mind. My bad. That's everything. I'm sorry. I'm like, that's fucked up. Like, how you gonna bark at her? Anyway, press forward. Now, this is the part. This is the part right here. This is it. This is what everybody's searching for. You know what I'm saying? The Signetters, you know what I'm saying? Everybody at the HOK, everybody on the Aboriginal side, all of them. All the esoteric people trying to fit in the door. Because I told people everything is for a reason. Y'all keep talking, and shout out to Shadow Mask. Y'all keep talking about, conspiracy theories and shit like that. They threw that word out there for you. No, it's a conspiracy. Everything's done for one purpose. Now, if you got lost in all the esoteric stuff, it probably took you to the east. So once again, you're not realizing the new world, but it's new to you. When they keep saying new, they keep trying to say it as everything's younger over here. No. That's your excuse for not knowing anything about what's over here. And you couldn't give it to melanated people because they're dark. But colored people have been here. The colored people have been here. There's literally a tribe called the Colored People that has been here for thousands of years. It's like I have a video I've been put out, but they knocked my old page down. But I still got it. It's called What Have They Been Hiding? Your Blood. This shit is too deep. And once again, I'm proving the point because for some reason they can't test this blood. Let's continue. Understand what a DNA test can really tell you. Though Warren consulted an expert geneticist, there simply isn't enough Native American genetic data to draw from to conclusively show a person as descendant from a specific tribe. Now, why did they say that? They didn't say her. He said, period, a person. See, that's very interesting how they worded it. They could have said she, saying her DNA, she didn't have enough genetics to conclude. No. They said a person. What Warren's test did show was a statistical tie to a potential indigenous ancestor, which is not the same as showing direct biological descent to a tribal people of the United States. You see that? See, that word indigenous is tricky, just like aboriginal. It's a tricky word to use. That's why I use Indian. And people be like, oh, that's an insult. No, that's what's on paper. That's who they're writing about. That's where you're finding out about this Negro and this colored person and this Indian. When you read something they keep saying that y'all will not learn from because you don't do it. And that's where the argument comes in. Nobody has had their name flipped more than the Negro in America. That is the only person who has had their name flipped 100 times. And who was he before the Negro or the colored? An Indian. Shit goes all the way back to the Portuguese. There ain't no fucking Spanish American. No, it's Portuguese. They're the first ones to come over here, and they're the ones who donned it. They're the ones who said Negros dos todas. They're the ones calling it. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones who's calling it. So we can't sit here and, be arguing with people about stupid stuff. There's no point in doing it. There's no point in debates. And y'all just keep trying to cash out the people, bro, at 31 trillion in debt. What are you talking about? You haven't, who's leading us? Kids or grown men? These are kids. These are kids that are trying to teach something, and they be messing up because at the end of the day, they don't realize that it's not hard. It's not hard. Let's say it like that. It's not hard. It doesn't take 100 years to figure this stuff out. Y'all want to keep debating about who right about men and women and parenting. Look at the whole world, though. Look at all y'all. Or better yet, no, not the whole world. I'm sorry. Look at America. Look how messed up y'all got it out here. Look how toe back it is. Somebody holler at the hear me. Look how toe back it is. And everybody just scheming and scamming, cutthroat for a couple dollars when it's it's not even about that. It's been about way bigger than that. It's the biggest fucking wool over the face in life. And nobody's acknowledging the shit. They're just not getting the point. Nigga, this shit is crazy. It's crazy as hell that they lied about all this shit and everybody fell for it. Everybody just, who cares? It is what it is. Nah, bro. Nah, this shit is deep in the motherfucker. Super deep. Super deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm just calling it what it is. It's super deep because who the fuck else can claim the point of this? You know what I'm saying? Don't call that God point. Don't pull that one because you're gonna get into a problem because you're the same person that was here 50 years ago, 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody's done that. Everybody's played that role. You know what I'm saying? And you've seen technology advance. You've seen so many things change in your one life. You know what I'm saying? In your one life. How the hell can you not understand the point of information, the point of even having a deity to even follow? You're reading, you're comprehending information. You're supposed to be gathering knowledge. So if your knowledge is not advancing, then you're stuck, you're limited. So how could you claim that you have it all when you're going off one form of a book that is actually multiple books? That's the weirdest part. It's like there's books left out of this book. So it's like, how can you have it all if they purposely took out books? There's other denominations of the same book that have more books than you. You know what I'm saying? There's books that just nobody has. You got to find them. It's like, that sounds like you haven't got all the information. So why would this be coming up? Because all them motherfucking books came from the East. It ain't got nothing to do with what they found over here. And then y'all keep talking about Spanish America. That has nothing to do with who was over here. Y'all just want to act like it's deserted and desolate. You stupid as hell. Nobody's buying that. Nobody's buying it. We're not buying that the Indian was a Negro and straight here. Indians wore braids. And that's where y'all fuck up at. When person say braids, that's the end of it. Your Hollywood 2 side braids, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. That's Hollywood. All you have to say is braids. Then there was people that came over here. It's just a European in the supposed slave trade. That's all. But other than that, who the fuck do you think the people was? It's like, who's Lucia or Lucica? Who is that? How we gonna play dumb to what even white scientists had to fucking like show respect to? They're like, damn, nah, there's people that have been here way longer. Because they was talking about the Asian dude been here for like 12,000 years. Lucica's bones is 50,000 years old. So it's like, and there was pottery, like there was stuff around her burial. So we're not gonna sit here and play this dumbass game with people and act like, oh, there wasn't people already over here. What I'm saying is that already denounces the Asian. The Asian can't be it. The Lucica bones is 50,000 years. So there's no Asian. And her bones had Negro features. So it's like, it's not happening. It's not happening. Oh, we don't even believe that story. We believe the Inca frozen Chinese girl. Okay, whatever. Go on and do that. Where's your Peru pyramids at? And why did they dunk off Ladonda? Why did they dunk it off? Yeah, give Aboriginal power that. Yeah. But still, why did they dunk it off? Why they dunk off the circus mix? And here's another funny thing. When it comes to this discussion about not being able to test the casino Indian blood, or better yet, Native American blood, period, because they lying about who really it is. I'm the first one to do this. Relevant science. I'm bringing it all the way today with a fucking senator right in your face. And an ex-president that said something in the 90s that was quite interesting. But don't also ever forget when it came to that Hindustan shit. I'm the first one to say it. I'm the one who said that. I brought that science out. I'm also the one who brought out the science about the UN coming together in 45 and changing the name to India in 47. People can't pump my brakes. Can't stop my flow. Even if they knock my videos, don't matter. Still the science with it. Got it all. Got it all, man. Prince Dad, Purple Rain, it's all of hits on the mind, man. Ben had that. Never quit. But people try to take my science, man. They try to take the Lord's science, man. They disrespected me. They disrespected me, yo. So now I gotta go dumb hard, man. I gotta go dumb hard in the paint. I gotta start hitting these cowards where it hurts. I gotta start exposing the truth. Because, yeah, you Southern Indians, hey, come here. There's a lot of y'all popping up lately. I want to ask you something. Is the slave master stories about you true? And were you on the side of freedom? Or were you on the side of keeping enslaved? I wonder. To the next time.